Okay, welcome. This is lesson 4.3. We're discussing business ethics and social responsibility. In this section, we explain the importance of business ethics and describe how businesses can be socially responsible. So, ethics is the principles of conduct governing an individual or group. So, business ethics are the rules about how a business and their employees are expected to behave. And then businesses most often have a code of ethics. It's a set of rules guiding the activities of employees or members of an organization. Examples of topics covered in a code of ethics would be protecting confidential business information, treating others with respect, showing integrity in all business conducted. Ethical conduct would be setting a good example, doing business in other countries, providing educational programs, and then their social responsibility is the duty of a business to contribute to the well-being of the community and society at large. So when a company tries to be socially responsible, it must consider the interests and concerns of many groups. Some common social concerns would be protection of the environment. So when a business, in order to be socially responsible, they need to be concerned with how they are disposing of their waste materials, be aware of their pollution, so like manufacturers, their pollution that they are putting out. So they need to be involved in trying to minimize the pollution that they are outputting. Inclusion of minorities and women in the workplace. They also need to employ physically challenged and older workers and provide safe and healthy work environments. Okay, the environmental protection is conservation is preserving scarce natural resources. When the environment is contaminated with byproducts of human activity, the result is pollution. So businesses are increasingly sensitive to the roles of women, ethnic groups, and physically challenged and older workers in the workplace. And also, in order to be diverse, they need to have members of these groups must have equal access to education, training, jobs, and career advancement. So let's discuss job safety. So they also need to provide a safe place to work. Also offer training. So an example would be like a manufacturer. They would need to provide training to their employees on how to properly and safely operate their equipment, how to work safely, and what to do in case of an emergency. There's also the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. It's often referred to as OSHA. It's a government agency that sets and regulates and enforces the safety standards for businesses. And also they need to provide health and wellness. So an example of that is a lot of companies sometimes sponsor like seminars to promote proper exercising and eating a healthy and balanced diet to their employees. So let's talk about international business relationships. So societal expectations and standards and unfair labor practices. So an example of social expectations and standards would be pollution. So businesses that operate overseas internationally need to make sure that they're not coming over into other countries and again, polluting the air, disposing of their waste materials improperly. And then also unfair labor practices, that would be to ensure that there is no child labor that type of thing would involve that. All right, social responsibility, benefits, and costs. A benefit would be to reduce government action, improves quality of life. And the cost reduces profit. However, you need to strike a balance in between. So yeah, you may end up reducing your profit by having to put in extra safety standards to ensure that you're not polluting the air, that you're not disposing of your waste products improperly, having to spend money on training materials for your employees, ensuring that that their environment is safe. So these things cost money. So yeah, it's probably going to reduce their profit or bottom line, but you need to, as a business, make sure that you strike a balance, because to be socially responsible, you need to make sure you're providing these things. Okay, that is the end of section 4.3. Again, go back and read the chapter, that section, complete your study guide, and then prepare for the test, and also complete your assignment for the week. Okay, thanks.